So I am here today with Becky Mueller, and Becky's amazing. She is the senior research engineer at the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. Now, I absolutely loved your chapter on STEM and cars, a collision course. You know, very interesting. But I'm gonna let you tell us a little bit more. Tell us a bit about your job. I see you brought some friends to this meeting. So always good to have some friends in the office.
I did. So I am a car crash test engineer, and that means that I work on developing the next generation of car crash tests that can help save people's lives. And one of our main tools that we use are crash test dummies of various different sizes. These are just for fun to have in our offices, but we have the real deal, very complicated equipment that we work with. I'm a mechanical engineer by background,
Okay.
uh, but we learn so much of what we do on the job because no one's going to teach you about dummies in
No,
mechanical engineering classroom. But we learn about
unfortunately.
injuries. We learn about ways that we can use laboratory test equipment like dummies and other sensors to help us see the kinds of forces that people have and experience in real crashes to try to improve that and make vehicles safer and make vehicles
Oh boy, you have an important job there.
better.
And that's always interesting because like we see like even in the movies we see these car crashes, right? And I'm always thinking, how did they design that? Like, how do you get away scratch free, except in the movies, scratch free from accidents like that? Like, how can we do that? And you just kind of answered that for me. So that is very interesting. So tell us, Becky, why did you want to write this chapter and, contribute to the book about empowering women in STEM?
I have always wanted to share my story.
Yes.
I felt that my story was a very unique one and something that I felt that could inspire others.
Hmm.
So when I was 10 years old, I saw the very first car crash test from IHS on TV, and I just knew this is what I wanted to do. And so I have found ways to move forward step by step, getting towards that goal. And when I was 24 years old, I was able to land my dream job
Oh,
doing the
yeah.
things that I had wanted to do since I was 10 years old. And so I really wanted to share that story for any people, any kids, any even adults that have that kind of passion, that kind of dream, to let them know that they shouldn't give up on that, that they should keep trying to move forward and find ways to get one step closer to that goal and that you can do it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because, like, I think one of the things that I struggled with growing up is that there were no there were no female role models in what I wanted to do. Like, I didn't see anybody that looked like me or that did something that I wanted to do. And I was always like, well, why is that? You know, we should have some more of that. And I think that's one of the main things why I'm so passionate about making sure we empower more women in STEM because we identify a lot easier if we have role models or we have people within the same field that we want to go into. And I think that helps so much. That's why I loved your chapter because I always wondered about these crash tests. And I'm like, wow, that's a cool job.
Yeah, I mean, I never felt like, I couldn't do it if I didn't see someone like
Hmm.
me. But I recognize that there are other young women out there who, if they don't see someone who looks like them, they
Hmm.
might not think this is for them.
Yes.
So I try to do a lot of forward facing things where I can just get my face out there, even if it's
Yeah.
at the local school. An engineer comes to see the first and second graders. And if that engineer looks like me, not
Hmm.
like the stereotypical what you think an engineer looks like, kids are learning from early on. This is what an engineer can look like.
Yes.
And I think that's going to truly shape the next generation.
Oh yeah, totally shape the next generation. I love that because it starts with awareness and it starts at a very young age. Because like if you see billboards, if you see advertisements with just these typical stereotypes, then you're forced to think, even subconsciously, that this is what an engineer looks like, this is what an electrician looks like, this is what a plumber looks like. And we should not define what a particular role or job looks like based on one thing. Because we
Absolutely.
everybody brings so much unique perspective to everything that they do that we need so much representation. Yeah, oh gosh, love it. So we got to know a little bit more about why you wanted to write the chapter, right? So what would you say to other people just to get them inspired into any STEM career? How would you, tell them about just joining STEM, any area of STEM, because there are so many.
I think the main message of my story and my own experience is persistence.
Mm.
And no matter what you experience, and you are going to have critics. Your
Oh yeah.
critics might be your mother. It might be your mother-in-law. It might be it might be your group of friends. That
Yeah.
I had friends in middle school when I said, "Oh, I like cars and I want to have a job where I can work on cars." Ew, why would you do that?
Oh, I've
You know, I've
gotten that so
had
much
people
times.
that have throughout my life have questioned
Oh yeah.
why I have the passion that I have, why I would want to do the things that I do, and to ignore those people and to be able to continue forward. When you are in school, often we are women are held to a higher standard. You got to be perfect in something or it's not for you.
Mhm.
And in engineering school, it's just about passing. It's about
Yeah.
sticking through. Yeah, I think I mentioned in the book, there were times that I was about to fail a class and had to repeat it, or I had doubts about whether I would make it, but you just keep persevering. You keep
Going forward.
going through with it. Um, and that would be the one piece of advice that I have for anyone who has a dream, who has a goal, to keep moving forward, to keep finding ways to get closer and closer to that dream, regardless of what everyone around you says,
Mhm.
regardless of the obstacles that you may have, which could be financial, could be grades, could be whatever. You need to find ways to overcome those things, get around those things, but never let the fire in your heart die out.
Yeah. Oh, I love that line. Yes, we are not letting that fire die out. No amount of water will do that. Oh my gosh, Becky, I loved your chapter. I loved reading your chapter. And it was a page turner. Well, I had to scroll on the screen, but it was a page turner for me. And I love that you have your passion for it. And I think once we have that passion, just like you said, don't let that fire die out because we are the ones that control that and control how much of it we allow out into the world or how much of it we don't allow. So, like you said, it's your dream job. You love what you do. I know you love what you do. You have such cute friends. Uh, and I think once you have that passion and that love for what you do, you will enjoy anything that you do along those lines.
Yeah, don't let anyone stop you from that.
Yes, definitely not. If not, send them to Becky and I, and we will sort
Exactly.
that
I'll
out.
take care of
Yeah,
them.
we will. And her friends will join in too. Thank you so much, Becky, for everything you do. Look out for the book. It is going to be available in December of 2022. And we will be hearing from you all with all your feedback on Becky's chapter very soon. I know you're gonna love it. Thanks, Becky.
Thank you.
Bye.